Video, and today we're going to be reacting to Moist Critical. But as you notice, I'm 3 minutes into the video already because that's just the fact that I already watched the beginning of the video. And just to sum it up, basically Congress is just being stupid in my opinion, because I've seen the interviews and they were just asking them questions over and over again relating to them being Chinese, and they just kept on denying it, and Congress kept on asking the same question over and over again in the interview that I seen. And there was a notice yesterday that they might be banning TikTok, and people started rioting, I guess. Not really rioting, but calling Congress to, I guess, like, woo them, majority rule, so woo them into, keeping TikTok alive. And also, I think that's about it. But let's get straight into this. I watched a little bit of it to like 4 minutes, but I went back a little bit for you guys.
I feel like we get that headline once every 6 months at least.
Right.
I don't believe it, but I'll take a peek here. This happens all the time. And then eventually it just peters out like, it's okay. TikTok can stay.
I'm going to let him read this, and then I'll talk.
Flooded with calls from angry constituents after TikTok launched a new campaign warning its users that the Chinese-owned app was at risk of being shut down in the U.S. Why it matters. A key House committee voted unanimously Thursday afternoon to advance bipartisan legislation that would force ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, to divest its ownership of the app within 165 days. Didn't they already do this? I thought that was like one of the main stipulations for how it continued to survive. No, they just kept complaining about it. Oh.
Right.
The highly unusual.
They kept complaining. There was no real reason for them to ban it. That's why they didn't. There was no real actual reason.
The House of
and I still don't think there's a real reason, to be honest.
Unveiled the bill
They're making up bullshit.
Alongside the China Select Committee, reflected the level of anger among some members of TikTok's pressure campaign. House Majority Leader Steve...
Although it won't really affect me as much if they delete TikTok, because I'm already on YouTube Shorts,
Dailies
as it is.
Announced Thursday he would bring the critical national security bill to the House floor for a vote next week. The White House has indicated that President Biden would sign the bill, injecting new urgency and aggression into TikTok's campaign to counter the years-long efforts to address the app's national security risks. The flood of calls to congressional offices, which began Wednesday night, was triggered by a notice on TikTok app warning users of a total ban that would damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country, and deny artists an audience.
There is a lot of businesses on TikTok, and there's a lot of big TikTokers too.
After asking users to enter their zip code,
that probably means
them
if they do go through, let's say they magically do go through with the ban, I think most of the TikTokers will just slide to YouTube.
What TikTok means to you?
It's going to be a flood on YouTube, though.
No. Oh, it must have been like the worst 24 hours for these geriatrics, getting calls from fucking little Jonathan.
Flood of YouTube content.
Hey, TikTok really means a lot. I go
especially
on there
YouTube
and watch
Shorts.
All these really cool dances. You know, you can buy plutonium online for $50.
But I think most TikTokers already post on YouTube Shorts. If I'm not,
I don't know what I'd ever do with plutonium, but if I ever need it, now I know it's available. Now it's looks maxing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Looks maxing.
Don't talk about that again. I hate. Oh my god. Looks maxing is so horrible.
Inhaling toxins. I understood that reference. That's about the chroming, right? An 11-year-old just died from that, and Twitter was dunking on him for being stupid, which is like the most Twitter thing ever, insulting an 11-year-old.
Right, and I see videos on YouTube too where people are like, they insulted this one girl because her lips looked weird, I guess. But she was like 13, I think she was like 13 years old, bro, and she was posting a YouTube video. It was like a lip syncing video, I think, and they were just on her in the comments, and it was crazy. I'm like, bro, y'all feel no remorse? These are probably grown ass men.
Fucking Mad Max. Yeah, the trend was like you spray your face.
A grown-ass man making fun of a 13-year-old. That's so big of you.
But they used some kind of aerosol, which obviously
over a
has
fucking
toxins in it,
phone or computer. How
how
pathetic could that be?
Like,
how fucking pathetic. All I can imagine is someone like Neon doing that shit.
Saying natural selection wins again, rest in peace bozo type shit to an 11-year-old. Literally like a fucking fourth grader.
They don't care. That's why I say don't put your kid, please don't.
Just fell victim to the brain rot on TikTok, seeing all these other...
Now in day and age, social media, I mean, the internet you have to use, but I don't know. It just has to be a way around, them getting on actual social media platforms and posting. Like that's the word I draw the line. Posting something.
These other people
That's just
doing it,
not
so they
it.
do it
Because
themselves.
the social
Phones
media
are
is
completely
just
bogged
fucked
down
up.
hearing from students, young adults, and business owners who are all concerned at the option of losing their access to the
I
platform.
get hate comments every
Senior
video, and I love
GPA
reading
told
it. So
Axios
send them
and
more.
Julia Grace Brufk. The authors of the bill responded furiously to what they call a massive propaganda campaign.
And the sad thing about it is, I agree with half of them.
Not be banned if ByteDance divests.
But I
its ownership.
like the comments though.
TikTok is
I just don't care.
characterizing it as an outright ban, which is of course an outright lie. House China Select Committee Chair Mike Gallagher told reporters, "I guess if you got $1 bajillion, you can come up with some crazy public affairs strategy. But it's backfiring as members are livid about the calls and misinformation. So bad we turned phones off, which means we could miss calls from constituents who actually need urgent help with something."
Oh.
I wish TikTok would be shut down. I don't think it's going to happen.
Me either, because it's a big app. It's a really big app. And it has a lot of business.
Even if
it's
ByteDance
hard.
refuses to divest
It
its
came up really
ownership,
fast, I'm not gonna lie.
I still don't see it happening. I think it's just too big.
Does TikTok has as much users as YouTube? I don't think so.
We should all agree
That's probably a no.
Capitol and protest. Yeah, just hit the say so dance out there, bring world peace, like that Pepsi commercial. There will always be another TikTok replacement. Well, it's called YouTube Shorts. But regardless,
that's what I said. I've been saying that this whole video.
See
YouTube
TikTok
Shorts
actually being shut down no matter what. TikTok is banned on federal devices, and
if TikTok gets banned, I think the Shorts will just get flooded with content.
But the Biden campaign joined the app
from
last month
content creators that haven't already started posting
viewers.
on YouTube Shorts.
Well, you tell me Sleepy Joe's on there busting out some moves. What's the Joe Biden content looking like on that app? Man throwing it in a circle? Fucking seductively licking ice cream at the camera? I'm super curious now. Hold on, let me see his campaign. In a video captioned, "Lol, hey guys," Biden answered fun Super Bowl related questions, such as game or commercials. And Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey. Oh man, he's killing it. Where is it? Oh, wait, this actually is it.
Great quarterbacks. Hard to decide, but if I didn't say,
Had to verify your humanity.
sleeping alone, my wife's a Philly girl.
Game or commercials?
Game,
Game or halftime show?
game.
Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey?
Mama Kelsey, I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to
Damn,
rig the
that
season so
Riz.
the Chiefs would make the Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just...
What is the point of this?
You get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding? Biden.
Chiefs or Niners?
Damn, he's killing it. He's doing it.
Hey,
He's fucking doing it. You
hey,
can't ban
the first president
ban
to
TikTok
do
now.
this, I guess.
Joe Biden's hitting
I feel
his
like if
stride.
Trump did something like this, it'd be way
He's
funnier
finally
though.
gonna fulfill his
I'm not
lifelong
gonna
dream
lie.
of being a
Trump,
TikTok
he's just a naturally funny
superstar.
dude.
It
I'm
can't
so
be banned now.
serious. That
not
man,
getting
it's
shut
like
down no
he's
matter
running
what.
for president. See, but
Joey
like it's
got
just like
nothing on
every
Hillary.
time
She
I
was
see him, I
dabbing
can't
with
help
the
but
best of
laugh.
them. Did she dab?
He
I don't
says the
remember
most
that.
iconic shit.
I remember the Pokemon Go to the polls, and I remember...
Favorite comedian Donald
I don't think
fucking
it was
Trump,
Hillary,
man.
but there was some other politician that did like the sexy grind trend.
I'm not sure if a reaction like this will work because I started literally like 3 minutes into the
An
video.
interesting strategy.
And I'm not sure if y'all gonna. I don't know how
White
y'all
House
gonna feel
also
about
briefed
that.
around 70 digital content creators and
like
influencers,
I'm
many
gonna
who are
get fucked for
prominent
some
on
reason,
TikTok,
'cause this
ahead
is-
of Biden's State of the Union speech on
They-
Thursday.
Maybe I should do a
Multiple polls have found
re-reaction
that
or something. I don't know.
Multiple polls have
'cause
found TikTok to
I
be
feel
the
like y'all
top
gonna
source
like
of news
this.
for Gen Z and an increasingly popular source for Americans overall. What does this mean? The White House briefed around 70 digital content creators and influencers. What do they have?
But the thing is, though,
content
I watched 4 minutes of
creators
it
on
already. I
staff?
didn't want to watch the 4 minutes again.
They called a State of the Union internally for their 70 content creators on TikTok. Guys, get in here. Big news. DEFCON. We're going to try to meet the American people where they are, White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre told reporters when asked if the campaign's embrace of TikTok sent a conflicting message. It doesn't mean we're not going to try to figure out how to protect our national security. The bill marks the latest effort in what has become one of Washington's longest-running tech dramas, which began in August 2020 when President Trump ordered ByteDance to sell TikTok. Yeah, I thought that's what happened, too. I thought I remembered reading they did. That effort was held up in court, and for most of the Biden administration, the company's fate in the U.S. has hinged on a long-awaited and still pending decision from the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. Last year, the White House National Security Council threw its support behind the Restrict Act, a different bill aimed at TikTok that has languished in the Senate. Gallagher called on Biden to address the threat posed by TikTok's Chinese ownership in the State of the Union address. It's incumbent upon him to talk about our foremost national security threat, which is Chinese Communist Party, and this is part of that threat. I think the president would be wise to focus squarely on what we can do together, as Republicans, as Democrats, as Americans, to stand up to increasing communist aggression. There was a time when Vine was the biggest. Yeah, but Vine didn't...
Y'all, to be honest, this was such a good video, and it's covering something that's, it is important, to be honest. I'm not going to say this is not important, because this honestly is important, because, if TikTok does get banned, that means a lot of downfall for a lot of creators, and a lot of, what are they called? Businessmen, or business women, or whatever. Business people. But I'll see y'all in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.